Israel, it's almost close to midnight. Do you know where your spiritual walk is? Shalom, 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 Israel, and thank you for coming to another segment of Out of Time. Hey, Out of Time is the only video series that takes social happenings and reported events, and we line them up with biblical prophecies, so we can tell the hopeful one-third, you and I, just how much time we do not have when it comes down to the countdown towards martial law. Before we start, I want us to take some time out to give our Elohim great praise. You know, the King Supreme Ruler over everything, our Adonai, that all-powerful spirit in the sky. Yes, and we know that power to be none other than Yahweh. Also, another special shout out to the one that is designed to be our deliverer, that's going to come back and bring the pain on that wicked son called Cain. Also, he has another name, and that is Esau, the son of perdition. Let's not us forget about those wacky-tacky Gentile nations. So, with that being said, all right, let's begin.
1841, New Orleans. Ground zero for the slave trade.
How much?
It's auction day, the day every slave fears the most. The value of slaves has skyrocketed. Now men cost $1,000, women $800, children $500.
Go, boy, you come over here.
He would make us hold up our heads, walk us briskly back and forth, while customers would feel our hands and arms and bodies. Make us open up our mouths and show our teeth, precisely as a jockey examines a horse which he is about to barter for or purchase. Scars upon a slave's back were considered evidence of a rebellious or unruly spirit and hurt his sale.
Athlete in the show, looking for 8 consecutive titles. He's got 25 professional wins to his credit. Currently tied with Arnold gunning for Haney.
This is his 12th appearance. Actually, this is his 13th appearance, I believe. Tying myself, along with the great Albert Beckles, for a number of appearances here. But he's getting ready to try and tie Lee Haney the Great with 8 victories.
I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know, but we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting our show together, we're polishing up our act, and if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now.
Well, not only the back, but look at the thighs. I mean, we have a Crazy Legs award. The thighs are ridiculous. He's got that old man muscle at 41 years old, but he ain't slowing down.
August 20th, 1619, Jamestown, Virginia, Port Comfort. Listen to that name, Comfort. Obviously, they wasn't talking about the people who had to make the 4-month cruise. And trust me, it was something far less than pleasurable. That was the date that the so-called Black Americans came over to America for the first time. We know by the scriptures there was nobody black aboard that ship or those ships, period. We know by the scriptures, uh, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, just like you, that was the one that pulled me into the truth, that there was nobody aboard those slave ships other than the Hebrews. So, fast forward 400 years as of today. Now, I wanted to make this video, one, to celebrate. This is a wonderful time to be alive. Can you imagine what our forefathers must have felt like chained to the bottom of a ship over rough seas, bad conditions, the horrendous smell of death and birth? My creative thoughts is he going to snap something in all the Hebrews that we will feel a freedom, we will feel like a burden lifted off of our shoulders? Would we wake up and all our infirmities be healed?
Damn.
What would happen? So, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to celebrate this day. It is an honor and it is a privilege to be a part of something that biblically said it's going to happen. And it physically happened.
Big year, and it just happened within the last couple days. They're not going to bite you. They're not going to sting you.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the elect, the hopeful elect and the one-third, pushing this 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, I seen this, I want to say, last night, and I thought it was very beautiful. All right, and it's very spiritual too, because don't let Esau tell you, oh, this is this happens all the time. Now, has it happened before? Absolutely, but the times that we are living in, all right, I thought this was very spiritual. That not only did a plague of locusts, all right, hit Nevada, but it was swarming the Lorax. How do you pronounce it? Let me see right here. I'll tell you right now. It swarmed the Luxor pyramid. Okay, that was the picture you saw. All right, I thought this was very spiritual. Not only was there a plague of locusts, all right, hit Nevada, but it was specifically on this pyramid. All right, I thought that was very spiritual because just like you had before, you had locusts as a plague in Egypt. All right, and what are in Egypt? Pyramids. And what do you have in Nevada? Pyramids. And what is America? The spiritual Egypt, man. Okay.
You know, we've been jacked up. I mean, we have been, Yeah, I don't want to cuss, on video, but we have been jacked up. We need relief. I mean, we actually need relief. We do need a deliverer. We have been taught some things here in Babylon, in Second Egypt. Captors have lied to us, have exposed us to wickedness and debauchery, skullduggery. First time I use that word, skullduggery. Look it up. But a curse switched onto your enemies and a curse lifted off of you, you can't actually see that with your natural eye. This is something that you have to see in your spiritual eyes. Something that you have to know that if he said so, his word will accomplish what it was set out to do. And something like that, curses being lifted and curses being switched, we have to wait for the manifestation of that.
Handling my daughter and you shouldn't be touching her? Really? Oh. 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 No.
How important is this on Dean now for Simone Biles tonight?
Well, pretty important. She is planning to do a brand new beam disc. Now, nobody in the entire world has ever done it, a double twisting double back. And for me, it'll be interesting to see if she is going to perform it here. We watched it in training on the podium, and it was absolutely incredible.
I think she's going to do it. Here it comes. 2 flips, 2 twists. Never been done.
We're putting our show together. We're polishing up our act. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore.
And you see that smile?
Stand in your way. I want y'all to listen. To every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're
The best thing she did tonight was the last thing she has done tonight.
That was not just one exclamation mark, but probably 5.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible.
We have to see that something in our lives that used to go on, it's not going on anymore. We have to see something in our oppressors' lives that they were exempt from. But now it's full speed ahead with no brakes.
The graph below shows that in 2013, among men, Caucasoid men had the highest rate of getting melanoma of the skin, followed by American Indian, Alaska Native, Hispanic, Asian Pacific Islander, and then at the bottom they say black men. But I'm going to show you, you're going to see there's actually none for black men. Among women, white women had the highest rate of getting melanoma of the skin, followed by Hispanic, American Indian, Alaska Native, Pacific Islander.
If you look at the statistics in Israel, in the actual land of Israel today, then white people ain't the real Israelites over there. Skin cancer is at 60% in Israel. All right? So let me play this. This is very interesting, very powerful. And the Most High is speaking right now.
As the heroin epidemic continues to sweep across the country, a group in Seattle wants to set up safe houses to give addicts a place to shoot up with supervision.
When there was a drug issue in the African American community, we were prosecuted, we were put in jail, children were put in foster care, families were ripped apart. It was treated like a criminal justice issue. We had Rockefeller drug laws. Our jails were filled with men and women that looked just like me and people from the 43rd Assembly District. But now, we have an opiate issue. It is affecting another demographic, and now it is a health issue. And now we have to put money into diverting individuals from prison into treatment.
Now, of course, anytime you speak of black people getting anything, it's always a fight, it's always an issue, it's always a problem. But that's okay. You know, you can do it willingly or you don't have to do it at all. But for what I'm seeing happening in America, the plagues that's constantly going on, it would be a lot easier to actually do it willingly, but let you deal with God on that one.
Almost 2/3 of all gun deaths in the United States are from suicides, according to this study in the Annual Review of Public Health. And of those, most of them are white males.
And the only reason why they are having concern because this mysterious disease is only attacking white people, and based on my research, some of them have actually died.
You're an inferior man on this planet! You're an inferior! I don't want to be in place of Most High when not white! Place of Most High when not white! The white man is dying a slow death! That's all. This is what you black people don't understand! The white man is dying a slow death right before your eyes! The very air that he breathes is destroying him! Why? Because he is inferior based on his biological process of how God made him. God made him. Where's his melanin? Pigmentation and melanin protects you from the sun's rays. It protects you from the cool air. Huh? It protects you from the moonlight. Huh? Think about it. You have receding genes. The hair that comes out of white people's hair is dead hair. That's right. It's spelled to be that comparable to wolf's hair. Huh?
Well, a medical mystery is being investigated in Montgomery County. It's a lung infection that has been linked to water.
Health reporter Stephanie Stahl says the illness is rare, but the number of patients is growing.
The unlikely victims are white, thin, postmenopausal women who live in affluent neighborhoods around the main line.
It's frightening, I think.
We're at the end of the time of the white world to dominate black people and original people all over the planet. Can't you see that? Can't you see that the God of justice is whipping the hell out of America with the storms, with floods, with hail, with hurricane, with tornadoes? Can't you see that things are happening?
Word from the God of Israel on this Shabbat, on this Sabbath day. If you let his people go, or you're going to have him to deal with.
So we have to see the manifestation of these curses. But if he said that he did it, trust that he did it. There's two things that the Most High can't do, Yahweh cannot do. Right? He cannot lie and he cannot fail. So I looked at my account when I woke up. Supernaturally. Because we're dealing with a supernatural Elohim. There's nothing too hard for him. I didn't know, no one know what to expect when he says that 400 years is up. No one could ever fathom or imagine what he's capable of or what he was going to do. Now I was thinking, call me crazy. I was thinking that, will we wake up and all of a sudden, the bald spots on our head will grow hair, because that was a part of the curse, right? Baldness was a part of the curse. I know it. But you, just like me, we have read, heard about the great I am. So this was a day that I was thinking, man, something is going to break loose in the atmosphere, the ionosphere, the stratosphere. That the chains have been broken. Of course. And some of us in our hearts, some of us in our spirits are saying, this is no different than yesterday. You know, I don't see nothing happening. I didn't see anything happen. I don't feel nothing. Don't get discouraged. This is the other aspect of why I made the video. Is to encourage, to not get discouraged. It's easy. It is so easy to fall into a despair when your anticipation level has gone through the roof. I know. Our people need relief. Our people need some joy. Our people need to see something, you know. But it's going to get a lot worse than before it's going to get better. So we want a bone. We want a whisper, you know, not a loud shout, just a whisper that's right. Everything's going to be all right. And I'm here to tell you with this video, it is. It is. So don't lose heart. Don't turn tail and run. And you know that we're one day closer to Yahweh coming back with these chariots. And we understand that the chariots are the so-called UFOs, but they're IFOs because we know exactly, they are identified. We know exactly where they're coming from, who sent them, and who they're coming to get. And that's us, the hopeful 1/3 elect.
The Pentagon has been keeping track, or trying to, of the type of aircraft that don't take off and land from conventional airports. We're talking about unidentified flying objects, UFOs. You can laugh about it if you want, but a lot of people are taking this revelation very seriously. Correspondent Garrett Tenney is here with more on this program. Good evening, Garrett.
Well, Brett, good evening to you. We may not know if aliens exist, but it turns out our government had a special team of UFO hunters that was trying to find out. The Pentagon now confirms the existence of a secretive UFO program tasked with investigating reports of unidentified flying objects. The Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program was created in 2007 at the urging of then Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid. And over the next 5 years, the program received more than $20 million for its work, which included analyzing a variety of aeronautic threats ranging from what could be our adversaries' next-generation aircraft to reports from military pilots of encounters with unknown objects like this one in 2004 that appear to defy the laws of physics.
Look at that thing, dude. So look at that thing. It's rotating.
Now, the Pentagon tells us the program ended in 2012 when officials determined there were other higher priority issues. But the program's former director, who resigned in October, says it was only the funding that ended and that over the last 5 years, the program has continued investigating incidents alongside their new responsibilities. This weekend, Harry Reid said he has no regrets about the program he championed, tweeting in part, "This is about science and national security. If America doesn't take the lead in answering these questions, others will." And this isn't the first time the Pentagon's investigated UFOs. Between 1947 and 1969, the U.S. Air Force's Project Blue Book investigated more than 12,000 UFO sightings, and while most of those ended up having reasonable explanations, 700 sightings remain unexplained. Brett?
Cue the X-Files music. Garrett, thank you.
Praise the Most High Elohim Yahweh for designating Yahweh Shai to spearhead this pain that's going to come on these Gentile nations and Esau.
Stay in attack formation. I'll take them myself. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Okay, we made it through the 400-year period. That has to account for something. Now, we're not out the woods yet. Trust me, we still have a long way to go. A long way to go. A long way to go. Martial law is going to hit, you know. That's what this whole video series of being out of time is about. Martial law is going to hit. And it's not going to look nice. Scripture says over in 2nd Ezra, it says, we would desire to go into a city, but we won't be able to. It says people are going to form into mobs and wreck each other's homes. Now, we're not just talking about construction or demolition. No, we're talking about wrecking the sanctity of a home, the peace, the tranquility, the security of a home, because there's no food. And anything they think that they're big and bad enough to do, they will do. And they will look straight through you. Not looking at your person, not regarding your life, and not regarding the lives of your family members, but solely upon what you have to keep their lives going. Oh, it's going to get rough. So, I want to let you know, we made it through 400 years. And we're just that much closer. But I choose to believe personally that the curse has been lifted. I choose to believe, although I don't see it, I don't feel it. This is what my mind went to when I thought about what was supposed to happen in the spirit. So Isaiah chapter 60, and it reads, 60 and 1, it says, "Arise, shine, for your light is come." Isn't that powerful? Because the Elohim is saying, without a shadow of a doubt, something has just happened. And he said, arise. So that means from a sitting position, a laying position, from a dormant position, telling you to stand up. Okay, so it goes on to say, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon you. That's what I was looking for today. That's what I'm believing that I received today. I was thinking that it would be so powerful that other people would see it too. It goes on to say something like that. So let's read on. Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But, and we know that this world is dark. We know that the people are in a situation of darkness. Some eyes, right? They just can't see, and what they do see, it's not conducive to a holy state of being. So it goes on to say, Yahweh shall arise upon you, and his glory, not our glory. That's what I'm thinking. When we woke up, something is supposed to break. Something's supposed to happen. Something's supposed to turn loose. Something's supposed to let loose. Oh, man. So, it goes on to say, this is some good stuff. And shall arise upon you, and his glory shall be seen upon you. Shall be seen. So I was thinking I would be walking around today and say, hey, you've been set free. Hey, you're God's elect. Hey, you're the apple of his eye. Hey, you're chosen. You must be Hebrew. That's what's wrong with you. That's why you do what you do. That's why you foot loose and fancy free. Right? Oh, the Most High has shined upon you. I didn't get that today. I felt that way. But I didn't get that today. So it goes on to say, and the other nations shall come to your light. Wow. So that means that other people will see what just happened to you. To you. No one else. To you. So it goes on to say, kings, to the brightness of your rising. This is so apropos to a 400 years of a curse lifted that I couldn't help but attribute what this word said to what I believe has happened. Okay, so let's read on. It goes on to say, lift up your eyes around about and see. So now that the curse has been lifted, now that the glory of the Most High is on you, right? He says here, lift up your eyes and see. Okay, so is that talking about natural eyes? Or is it talking about spiritual eyes? It depends on who you ask. And then it depends on what is said to your spirit. And it depends on how you want to receive it. Oftentimes when you're going through, the Most High will give you a word that fits what you're going through. They give you an understanding what you are now facing. And to give you a strategy on how to get out. Right? So the word is living. So whatever situation you find yourself in, it fits. Okay? So it goes on to say, all they gather themselves together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from far. That means set free. All right? That means that something's been holding them back. And your daughters shall be nursed by your side. It goes on to say, verse 5, then you shall see the flow together, and your heart shall fear, and be enlarged. Then you should see. Your heart shall fear and be enlarged. So you're going to see something you have never seen before. It's going to be something that is outrageously unusual. It's going to be something that will horrify you beautifully. So have you ever seen something so grand and so magnificent and so huge? It's like a mansion, right? And then somebody says, it's yours. Automatically, the fear comes on that, oh my God, I can't take care of a mansion. I never had a mansion. What's the property tax on a mansion? I'm not preaching prosperity. I'm talking about freedom. Sometimes we can't get some certain things because we don't have the means to get them. Sometimes we can't get out of situations because we don't have the means to do so. To stop some things, to start some things, to open up some things, to close some things. That's freedom. So it goes on to say, this shall ye flow together, and your heart shall fail, and be enlarged, because the abundance. Shoot. I'm talking about being free. I'm talking about being in bondage for 400 years. I'm talking about coming out of a Egypt mentality or situation or an ideology. Maybe a relationship. So many things that this can apply to. You hear what I'm saying? So it says, because of the abundance of the sea shall be turned back unto you. The abundance of the sea shall be given back to you. Freedom. 400 years. 400 years. And here again, if you was looking for something 4th of July-ish, if you was looking for some kind of bells and whistles, maybe that did not happen. He cannot lie, he cannot fail. He did set you free. The bondage, the debt, the 400 years of captivity, is over. If you're watching this video, it's not by coincidence. You see, nothing in the kingdom is accidental, happenstantial, or just random. It's all orchestrated. As always, thank you for coming to another segment of Out of Time. Please like, share, and continue doing well. Until next time, see you then.
There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go.